Riding with the Rabbi.
Good morning, everyone. You're back here riding with the Rabbi on our next episode, and I have with us this morning. We've seen a lot of growth in the shul lately, thank God. And one of our newest members here in the shul, Adam Berger. Adam, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you, Rabbi?
Welcome to Livingston.
Thank you.
So Adam and his wife Lindsay, and your two boys. Tell me,
Joshua and Ari.
and their ages.
Joshua is 6 in first grade, and Ari is 4 in fours.
Oh my God, first grade. Wow. Best 3 years of my life. And so they moved here from where?
Upper East Side.
Upper East Side. So what made you choose Livingston? I mean, you're from the suburbs probably, right? Usually,
Yeah. So we grew up in Jersey. I grew up in Marlboro. My wife grew up in East Brunswick. And as we were looking to get out of the city, get more space, put the kids in school and whatnot, we were really looking for a town that had a strong Jewish community, great accessibility, kosher restaurants and kosher food.
Almost sure. Yeah.
Like the food, yes, the restaurants, we can get there. Great schools, commutable to the city, being close to our friends and family.
Right. But do you commute to the city?
Right now, I commute about 10 feet from my bed to my office, but I eventually will commute back to the city a few days a week, or just commute to Newark Airport.
Okay. And what do you do exactly?
I do product marketing at Meta, previously known as Facebook, for augmented reality.
Okay, so for those of us that
Don't know what that means.
yeah.
Yeah.
All I stood, you're like the teacher in Charlie Brown. All I understood was Facebook.
Yeah. So one Facebook last week rebranded its name to Meta, the Greek word for beyond,
Which Israel didn't go over so well.
Which Israel didn't go over so well because Meta means
Meta.
death. Yeah.
Okay.
Meta. So, but also maybe bed or whatever.
Yeah.
There's lots. Yes. So
Israelis.
So product marketing being how do we launch products out to consumers, understand what people want and what they need, and make sure we're building the right things for them. And then augmented reality, you could think of adding a layer onto the world in front of you. The easiest way to think about it is if you've ever used Instagram before, a little application on people's phones. If you put a face effect that makes you look like a dog, that's augmented reality. Or if you're in your car, face filters are augmented reality. Or if you're in your car and there's a little screen in front of the driver's seat that shows you projected on your windshield your speed limit.
Like a heads-up display.
Heads-up displays are augmented reality. So we believe that computers will move into glasses like we are wearing, and I've commented you have fantastic glasses.
Thank you.
And I imagine thank your wife.
Yes.
Thank the Robinson. And
she gives me a 1% discount.
So one day, maybe we'll be selling some glasses that have augmented reality built into them.
Interesting. That's fascinating. Now let me ask you this.
And then you don't have to look down at your phone all the time. So you can actually be connected while being present.
That was a spot. So do you use Facebook?
I do use Facebook.
Is it like in the office? Is it like like everybody you use it? But you don't use. I mean, do you? My question is, do you use it like idiots like me use Facebook? To see what's going on in the world, or a lot of people just that's where they get their news or their updates.
Yeah.
Or for instance, valuable information like I found out that this Shabbos is your birthday.
This Shabbos is my birthday.
And I knew that from Facebook.
Yeah, that's true.
November 6th.
It is 100%
Every
true. Every year.
Unbelievable.
Some years election day, this year not.
Okay. We had an election day birthday yesterday. It was Adina's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
So yes.
So, yes, I do use Facebook. At work, we actually built a internal version of Facebook a bunch of years ago. I had nothing to do with this, but a bunch of years ago, because we were using it so often to communicate, using messaging, using groups, etc., that we've now spun that into a standalone product called Workplace. And Fortune 500 companies around the world use that. So, yes, I do use Facebook at work as well as at home, as well as Instagram and WhatsApp and Messenger and everything else.
Right. So, but if I have like a problem with a notification, I shouldn't call you. That's probably not.
If your like account is hacked, or you lose your password, or you're trying to figure out how to use advertising, I help a lot of people setting up their. I worked on our ads business for 10 years. You can give me a call if you like have some user error. You can look at the help.
My whole life is user error, but we use it actually for the shul account, but it's different than a personal account.
You have a page.
a page, exactly.
Yes.
But it's,
Yes.
and I use a different app to do that, and now they're integrated. But I've been told, okay, so when I say I've been told, usually it's my kids telling me this, is that Facebook is for old people and Instagram is for young people. Have you ever heard that?
I have heard that.
And so, I mean, you're young, so...
But I'm getting older.
We all are. You know, we're older than when we started this. But I do know how to do Instagram, but for instance, I don't know how to make a story, you know, because I don't think I'm cool enough for that. And you know, my kids make fun of me all the time, but I happen to like Facebook. I like the layout, I like the use of it, I like how it kind of gets inside my mind and it knows what I want to see, and also it lets everyone else in the family know what I want for my birthday.
Yes.
Because they see all that. Everything.
You know, I think we see over time that Facebook is becoming more about groups and community. If you think of people like think about Lindsay. When Lindsay goes onto Facebook, most of the time she's looking at like mom groups. When I go onto Facebook, I'm in a kosher wine group. I'm in a home IT and networking group. I'm in a Peloton group, right? So it's about like finding sense of community, where Instagram is more about inspiration and sharing. If you want to learn stories, I can do a little story school with you.
Okay, that's good. And what's wait, I want to hear about the kosher wine group. That's great.
Yeah, kosher wine.
What's your favorite kosher wine?
I really love Covenant.
Ooh, very good.
I think they're fantastic.
Okay, well
we had a chance to meet Jeff and his wife years ago. Yeah, they're great.
You know, we have a custom in our house that on Shabbos and Yontif, we only drink wine from Israel. And wine from Israel has really just exploded in the last, couple of decades.
Their Blue Sea label is from Israel.
Yeah, it's just really, really, I'm glad we go visit wineries. So when my wife and I go to Israel in the summer usually, so we like a successful trip for us is this last trip we said we hit 6 cemeteries and 5 wineries or something like that. So, you know.
Hopefully you can, I don't know, maybe both are good, but
yeah, I mean, that's just like the rabbi in it.
Depends on the order. Is this part of the same tour or separate?
So wait, so how long have you been working at Facebook?
A little over 10 years.
So like that's a long time. It's a
long time. Yeah.
Do people generally work there a long time?
I guess it depends. I don't know. It's a hard question to answer. Certainly we have people there for 3-4 years, I would say. Like, we really celebrate when people hit 5.
Okay.
We also give you a month off when you hit 5. And again when you hit 10.
Really?
Sabbatical, yes.
What did you do the first time for your month off?
I was a good dad. I was home. I brought the kids to and from school every day, or almost every day, or as often as I could, and just hung around. So yeah, figuring out what we do for the next one. Now that we're settled, it happened this August. Okay. It was 10 years. So now that we're settled and we're settling into the town, I think we'll have an opportunity to go back.
Well, your boys are awesome, by the way. They come to shul. They sit beautifully in shul, which I don't know how you get them to do that.
They love it. I don't know where they got it from. Maybe from my parents value going to shul. I always loved going to shul with my parents, my grandparents. But they look forward to it. Honestly, they fight most about putting on like khakis is the fight, but once they're there, like, they're happy, particularly if they get snacks.
Okay.
And I think they found where to get the lollipops and where to go upstairs to the snack room.
There you go. And so how is your adjustment, let's say, to Eitz Chaim and Livingston in general? How's that going?
So to Eitz Chaim, it's been both have been great, but particularly for Eitz Chaim, it's been fantastic. I'm really at awe of how welcoming all of the members have been, whether you show up to a minyan or the golf outing or holidays or shir, like, everyone has been so welcoming and friendly. It really feels like it, I've been here 3 months and I feel like I know most people. I'm terrible with names, so I don't necessarily know all names yet, but it's really been great. Definitely the sort of community I think that we were looking for. We felt like it was close-knit in the city, and this is even more so. And Livingston overall, it's just a big transition coming into the suburbs after being in a little bit, after 15 years, 16 years in the city.
When I first moved here, I said, it's so quiet here, even 7-Eleven is closed at night.
We rented a U-Haul, and I had to drive around a little bit to find gas at, I think, 8 p.m., which was not expected. My heart was palpitating. But no, it's been great as well. I mean, it's nice having the space. It's just getting acclimated.
So I'm gonna ask you a little bit. You said you don't know names so well. I'm gonna ask you a little bit of an Eitz Chaim trivia question.
Okay.
Do you know what number Berger family you are in Eitz Chaim at the moment.
I know I'm not one. Maybe number 6.
Ooh, wow, excellent.
That the number?
Let's count. Okay, Miles.
Yes.
Bruce. Okay, Miles' son, Brendan.
Mm-hmm.
Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
Gary.
Mm-hmm.
Adam.
There we go.
How many of those are Levium?
I'm going to say 1.
1. Well, it's kind of so. Barbara Berger, her late husband Itzik, who was just a phenomenal human being. I was so lucky we got to know him, and a great doctor. He was a Levi. But right now you're the Levi. And by the way, your father was a Levi?
My father was a Levi.
And his father?
It's true.
What are the chances?
And my 2 boys.
Crazy. Oh,
Yeah,
man. So, so we also was part of the recruiting process. We needed to take some of the burden off of Josh Brickman. So we got Levium, but
he's a fantastic Levi as well.
Yes. So look, we just hope that your acclimation continues on this level. We are lucky to have you and Lindsay and the boys here. And again, it's part of the future of our community. Is the future, thank God, is getting younger and younger and brighter, and because of families like yours. So
we're thrilled to be here.
I appreciate you spending time this way. People get a chance to know you get a chance to know everyone else, like you've said, and just kind of highlight more and more great things that are going on in our shul. So I wish you well, and I would, one thing I know that on Facebook, I don't think Facebook and YouTube play so nicely together. Is that a thing? I don't know. You don't talk about politics, but I'm still figuring out how to get it without, messing it up. In any event, I really appreciate you spending time with us. Everybody will see you on the next episode as we pull here into the holy campus of Eitz Chaim. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.